basically been wrapped in plastic and it's been super dusty and dirty. You're probably going to want to know how we've progressed over the past couple of weeks, and I want to show you. I want to give you an update. I'm sure it's fun to watch and see the progress. So let me talk you through all the little projects here and there that we've been working on for the house. The first thing that we tackled were the floors. We sanded all the floors, and let me tell you, I absolutely love how they look. I still cannot believe that someone dared to cover them with turquoise carpet. Here's a little before of what it used to look like. Why? Why would anybody do that? We have white oak hardwood floor. It's so gorgeous. Next up, remember that little stucco thing I mentioned where all the dirt was kind of collecting? Well, turns out it was a picture ledge. So it was meant as a picture ledge where you hang something and then you have the cords and you hang your picture so you wouldn't have to drill holes into the wall. Makes a ton of sense, but oh my god, the dirt was just insane. Look at this, we removed the ledges and then my husband made a little video of how he just wiped the dirt off. It was so gross. Now obviously the main problem while removing that picture ledge was that we also pulled some drywall off the walls and then had to repair all that. We had to mud everything and then we had to sand everything and then we had to wipe everything clean again, and all of that before we could even start painting. Of course, we thought that this whole process of patching the top of the walls was going to take, one afternoon. Oh my gosh, we were so naive. Slowly we're learning that anything and everything we tackle takes about 3 to 5 times as long as we assume. On top of having to repair the top part, we had 1 trillion gazillion holes and patches all over the place. Just as an example, look at this. This is how anything and everything was fixed in the house before. So we had to obviously fix all of those, and then it was finally time to prime the walls and paint them, which was quite a process as well, because we have high ceilings, which means we have a lot of surface to paint. But at least that part was really fun because you could immediately see how beautiful it was going to end up looking. Of course, once my walls and my ceilings and everything looked so fresh and clean and beautiful with the new paint, my fireplace that I didn't like to begin with always looked even more horrendous. So I figured, you know what, one quick afternoon I'll just cover it up with a little bit of sheetrock and I'll be able to paint it and it will look much cleaner, modern and amazing. Well, yeah, of course, one afternoon it ended up being 3 days of me having to cut the sheetrock and then trying to put it onto the fireplace without a hammer drill. So I really had to use force and my husband's muscle to get those holes into the brick, then attach the sheetrock. Then of course I had to mud all over it because I am a newbie and I have 0 experience. I did a shitty job and then I had to sand it all again and then I had to prime it and paint it and so on and so forth. But now look at this beauty! I love my fireplace now. I absolutely adore it. So in the meantime, my kids who didn't have a sleeping room yet, because we were working on that one, same thing, removing picture ledges and fixing those drywall holes that we had, priming, painting, and so on and so forth, they were sleeping on the floor in between all of their toys and all of their things. They were such troopers during this whole entire time, living with plastic and dust and dirt and everything. Out of pure boredom, they even became fashion designers. So after creating somewhat of a living space for us with the living room and the kids' bedroom, we obviously had to figure out a way for me to get back into working, to get back into filming recipes. You've all seen my kitchen. It's horrible and it's not shaped in a way that makes it easy to film. So I figured the best way would be to film next to the big window that is in my kitchen, but for that I obviously had to rip out that corner bench that was in there so I would have the space at least to film. And Guess what? The most amazing part of ripping out that bench was that we found a letter from July 1962. How cool is that? It's from a little girl writing to her parents from summer camp or something, telling them to please bring peaches for Parents' Day. I thought it was so sweet. So the girl that wrote that letter should in theory be 75 to 80 now. How cool is that? So of course, another project I thought I was gonna accomplish in half a day ended up taking forever because I had to patch a lot of holes that were hidden behind or under that bench. The skirting board from 1925 is impossible to get your hands on, obviously, so I just used pieces of drywall here and there to just patch up the holes. You can't see them on video anyway. I just had to create a fake kitchen so I could film. I actually am in my fake kitchen right now. Would you have guessed if I didn't tell you? Here's a little behind the scenes of what it looks like. I am excited to get started filming. I'm excited to get back into recipe creation and photography and to share all my recipes and delicious flavors with you. So I hope you found this entertaining. Let me know if you want me to make more videos like this in the future. If you are nosy and you really want to know what the house looks like, I love watching other people renovate their house. If it's interesting to you, let me know so I can keep doing these videos. And I'll see you with my next video. Bye.